Hi, my name is Becky, Socks for Mom. Welcome to FlossTube 49. I bet you didn't think you'd see me back this fast, but I really enjoyed reading all of your comments on my last FlossTube about what you were going to do in September, and it just renewed my love of floss tubing, and I just thank you so much for stopping by. I really enjoyed what you said, and it was a lot of fun reading through those. So if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Becky, Socks for Mom, all across the internet. My Etsy shop is Socks for Mom, and my email is Socks for Mom. My Ravelry is Socks for Mom. Everything Socks for Mom. So I am a cross stitcher. I do a little bit of quilting, a little bit of knitting, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some assignment stitching. And I've been working on my under and across assignment, which is Summer at Hollyberry Farm. And I thought I would share with you all of the things I've done with this group of girls. So this is Summer at Hollyberry Farms. Katrina just sent out a few minutes ago, she sent out our next assignment. And to my knowledge, only one person has finished the last assignment, but probably more. We were supposed to finish the brick right here, and I'm not quite there, but she has sent out our next assignment in hopes that we will finish up next month. I don't know if I will, but I'm bound and determined to get this done. It's 1/1, as you can see. It's 1/1 on 25 count R&R Lugana espresso. So that is what we are currently working on. I wanted to show you what we're going to do next. But first, let me tell you, this is a bunch of girls. I call them my Chicago stitchers because most of them are in Chicago, but one of them lives in New Jersey. One of them lives in Indiana. One of them lives in Florida, but she used to live in Chicago. One of them lives in Texas. That's me. And one of them lives in Colorado, and that's Katrina, and she's giving us assignments on this one. So we have stitched together several things. I think I have 5 things here that I'm going to show you that we've finished. And they were stitching a little bit before I jumped on board. I'm not sure how many they stitched together before I joined them. But this is what we're going to stitch in January. We're going to stitch Ann Trump 1797. It's a needle print pattern. Sadly, it's unavailable, so I'm sorry if I'm tempting you, but you might have it in your stash. It's a beautiful Quaker. The girls have converted it, done several conversions, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do the Aversois conversion, but there's also a I think there's an overdyed conversion. I think there may be a 100.3. I think Teresa may be doing that one. I think there may also be a Belsois conversion. And I may change my mind. I have till January to decide. We were going to start it right when we finished Summer at Hollyberry Farm, But we decided we had a lot of things we needed to finish up before the end of the year, and I've got all my assignments from the crazy girls. They've all finished theirs, and they've framed theirs, and they're all beautiful, and I'm lagging behind, and I do want to get those done by the end of the year. And I'm going to show those to you, as well as the under and across stitcher things I've been doing. But that's Ann Trump. And so let me show you all the things I've stitched with these girls. And these aren't going to be in order. I just piled them up here. And some of them are not framed. And I gave one of them to my mom. Let's see. Here's one of them. Let's see. This is a modern folk embroidery pattern. It's called Dutch Birds. I stitched mine on 36 count Weeks Dye Works Beige, and I used DMC, and it was a lot of fun. There are a lot of fun motifs in this. This might have been the first thing I stitched with them. So that is Dutch Birds by Modern Folk Embroidery. One of the girls in our group is Dutch. That would be Karen. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. See where I can put these where they're not all going to fall. Here's another one. I stitched ES Spot. This is on 40 count Lakeside Navy Beam with all the called for threads, which I have no idea what they are. But this is another Hobby Lobby frame that I did myself. Put my initials right in there with a little square stitch. And this was a lot of fun to stitch too. Now I will tell you what I do remember about this is that the pattern that was reproduced is not the same as the original. I forgot what was different on it, but I remember that one of the girls sent me the original pattern and I went with it. There was something different about it. I don't remember. Look at that crown right there. That's kind of fun. So this is ES Spot. So if you have both of them, make sure you compare because it's off somehow. I don't remember how. I stitched it a long time ago. Okay, those are the two I have framed. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go get Oh Joyous Day. It is framed. Sorry about that. We stitched the Noel sampler together. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern, and I stitched it on 36 count vintage cedar plank. And I stitched mine in DMC. Little girl and boy down there. I would like to get this framed before Christmas. And we stitched Birdsong by Samplers Not Forgotten. I stitched this on 36 count vintage exemplar. And I do believe I changed out the cottage blue. I put dove in it. The funny thing about this is I was at a Sampler Guild of the Rockies retreat, and Natalia was there and Katrina, and we were all working on this, and we were sitting together, and I said, it kind of bothers me that that door doesn't have a knob on it. And Natalia looked over at me and she said, door? And I looked over at her and she has stitched windows all the way across. So something so typical I would have done. But she ended up frogging it, and in the end she had a door on hers. We do so many silly things, don't we? But I love this and I want to get it framed. I think Pat sent hers to Total Framing. She had that, they had a red fillet or something put on it. It looks gorgeous. So if you want to see that, look at What Do You Stitch Next? Hers. We stitched Winter Rose Manor. I'm going to put a picture in right here. I had started this one with Christine Hollis Hens Creates when it came out. And I stalled out on it. So when the Under and Across Stitchers, when we voted to do it, I said, I'll lead it, because I had already started it. And so I actually framed this with the Hobby Lobby frame that was real popular. People were framing it with this. And I gifted this one to my mom, because she has another Brenda Gervais one that I did for her, so I gave her this one. And let me go get Oh Joyous Day. And we did Oh Joyous Day together. And mine is different from the front cover of the book, but it's actually the same as the original on the original sampler on the back cover. My friend Sherry Kramer, who's in the Sampler Guild of the Rockies, actually stitched the original sampler. She charted out what the original sampler said, and I wanted to do that as well. And so I stitched that part different from everybody else. I was the assignment leader on this one. And so mine says, Becky Wilder is my name, and Texas is my station, and Athens is my dwelling place, and Christ is my salvation. And it was kind of funny. I was at Katrina's house when I was in Colorado not too long ago, and we were stitching together, and I was looking at all her frame pieces, and I saw her Oh Joyous Day, and I was like, Katrina, yours is so much smaller than mine. What? Yours looks really tiny. Did you do yours on a really teeny count? And she's like, no. And I was just kept looking at it, and I said, but I know yours is so tiny. And then I remembered I had adapted mine, and I had all this extra stuff in the middle. We laughed together about it. So mine's a little longer, and the cool thing was I had this really cool frame from something I had framed in Colorado Springs way back in the 1990s. And I didn't particularly care for what was in there anymore, so I took it out. And it fit perfectly. And it was one of those shops that cost as much as total framing. And so I was very curious to see what it was going to look like when I took it out, to see how they finished. And they had used masking tape. Very surprising. So this is pretty. Okay, so those are the things we've stitched together. And now you know what we're going to stitch in January. And I will finish up my summer at Hollyberry Farm, and you'll continue to see progress on that for the rest of the year. I did have a finish this week. I finished Grateful, Thankful, Blessed by Brenda Gervais. Been working on this a while, a couple years. I'm so glad to get it done. I love it. And I'm going to throw it in my suitcase and get it framed when I'm up in Denver. Bring it back with me so it'll be ready for autumn. And the other thing that I pulled out, I think I finished this a while back. I think I finished it up last autumn. This is a piece I got when I went to a retreat in Kansas City that Blackbird Designs was at. Can't remember what it was called now. But this is supposed to be a little bag. And so I'm going to sew that up this afternoon and have a finish for it. I'm going to FFO some things this afternoon. I have a couple pillows I want to work on. So those are a couple things there. And now I'm going to put these away. I'm going to come back and show you all my assignments from the assignment girls that I've been working on, and I need to continue to work on till the end of the year to get them finished up and framed. So I can say I finished this year too. The next one, these are all assignments that I started with some friends. The next one is Folksy Thomas. Olivia just showed hers that she got framed at Joann's. And it was a beautiful frame, and I really loved it. It was all coppery, but Yvette and Christine have both had theirs framed at Hobby Lobby, and it's gorgeous. And I think Carol Crago just dropped hers off there, and they're all finished with theirs. And so I really need to get mine done next because it's all autumny. And I have to do this side right over here. These are the pretty colors that you can see. And let's see what I have to do. Oh yeah, I have to do this bird and this whole flower over here. So I will focus on him next in September and get him up in October. And then in October and the beginning of November, I will finish up my Christmas assignments. But he's next, and he's just a lot of fun. It's a Teresa Kogut pattern, Folksy Thomas. And I got this as a Patreon, but I believe it's in her autumn book. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a fun one. The North Pole by Kathy Barrick is the next assignment one. Christine and Yvette both have framed this pretty much very similar to this with a fillet at Hobby Lobby, and I will do the same thing. Christine changed her colors out and made it more a traditional red, and she's giving that to her daughter in Italy. I kept the colors exactly as they were. I'm using the silks, and here is mine. Here are all the silks. I really love this, so I'm excited to get back to it. My friend Sue gifted me the linen. That's from Nicholas Flamel. It's a 40 count antique fishbone corset. He has an Etsy shop. It's from the Netherlands, I believe, but he's pretty cool. I love him. I have a lot of trees, so I will enjoy working on him and get him finished by Christmas. Just bear with me while I switch out to the next one. I'm just going to the next one is Kathy Barrick's Heaven and Nature Sing. Olivia and Yvette and Carol Crago and Christine have all finished this one. And I'm pulling up the rear. I'm stitching them in the silks. And let's see, it's worth taking off the frame. I don't think I have anything else off of here, off the side, so I'll just show you this part. I'm doing mine on, let me hold this behind it, 36 count butter pecan. The last thing we all started together, but I'm not sure who all is working on this still. I know Carol Saltbox is. I think Christine is. I don't think Olivia is. I don't think Yvette is. I am working on, I pulled it back out to work on it through the autumn, but I'm not in a hurry to finish it. I just really enjoy working on it, and I just pulled it out last night to start working on it again. And just started working on I've got the silks for it. My mom bought me the silks for my birthday a couple years ago, or maybe last year. Although she's not that crazy about this piece. But I just started working on the deer right there. And that's all I have. But it's a lot of fun. I love orange, so I like working on this. So that's all I have. Look at those bats up there with their glowing eyes. And Carol has quite a bit done on hers. Yeah, I love their eyes. Speaking of my assignment girls, it looks like they're doing quite a bit of chatting right now. They get very chatty on Fridays. Fridays are our Zoom, Friday night at Hawk Run Hollow, and this is the prelude. This is the prelude to the Zoom. Okay, so those are the assignment stitches that I want to be working on. And when I get to Colorado, I have a few things from the Winds of Autumn book that I want to work on. I have the little drum. I have a kit from Country Sampler. I forgot what that little drum is called. I'm going to work on that, and I am going to start the Mighty Oak Tree thing. And maybe one of the pillows. But these are the things I'm kitting up here to take with me. I'll show you this and then I'll let you go. So I'm kitting up the pumpkin by the Scarlet House because I wanted to do that forever. And I think that will be a good plain stitch. I'm kitting up this Autumn Swan. This is really pretty. I think that would be pretty with my Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And I'm kitting up Humming of the Bees. I will be doing it on belt, which is the called for. And these are all the threads I have so far. I think the house, I'm going to have to get some more used brick. But I think the house is going to be these two colors on it. So that's about all. This is a short video. But thank you for coming by, and hopefully next time I'll have several little pillow finishes to show you and something framed. So I really appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye.